Hey y'all, it's Jag. Welcome back to the arcade. Let's get back to just another game. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Alright, last time we managed to turn on power to everything. You know, kicking and screaming especially. Now we should be able to run away. And we did not. You're better at targeting me than I wanted to give you credit for, because I actually kind of wanted to get that tumbleweed. Rip tumbles. Tumbles the tumbleweed. We hardly knew ye. I don't okay on bombs. Yeah, still need a few bombs. There we go. I actually kind of don't understand why you'd want to go this way. This is, I mean, I guess it's better to go this way to go back to, you know, the beginning. But if we're actually going to go back to where we need to make progress, we want to be on this side, because this lets us access those nice pathways. Go away. I really hate y'all. Not gonna lie, y'all are major dicks. Piss off! All I want to do is hunt my tumbleweeds. You guys make it really hard to do that. Now I gotta listen to this beeping again. The beeping just doesn't stop. You're not a tumbleweed I can have, are you? I can pick you up. I can throw you. Put you down, throw you. Up, down. Ooh, Tumbles! Tumbles the third! Yes! Tumbles the third comes home safely with us. I'm less upset now. Okay, yeah, we're in the right place. Strike that. Alright, do I need to talk to you how to work this thing?
Did you figure out how to access the remote power nodes, sir? Just 7 the dials will not be enough to open the entrance to the facility room.
Alright. Oh, that probably showed up on mic. I hit my stream deck. Oh, I can sit. I forgot this chair's here. Oh my god. Just randomly sit and heal in the middle of the desert. Take a look around. Enjoy the scenery. Look at the sun that's slowly cooking us. Stand up. Alright. Stab. Alright. There we go. You're about to tell me the secret, aren't you?
A report, Master Link. The symbols on this power generator correspond to the symbols on the 3 remote power nodes you activated. Logic suggests that they are connected.
You don't say. Okay. Oh. Right. Might be helpful to put down markers. Put a marker there. Put one on top of the lightning. And then this one on top of the fire. Alright, so let's see here. Water goes to 9 o'clock. Lightning goes to 12 o'clock. Fire goes to 4 o'clock. So 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock. This is very awkward. There we go. Okay, that's not the easiest thing. You've got like a split second to fix it in place. You really gotta hold it on the proper thing. And the control stick does not always want to cooperate. We got it, we got there. Does he just look out there from his time bubble and wonder why it's coming up from the sand? Like, you know, I know the time inside doesn't seem different to him, but he can see outside this time, right? Oops. Good jump, Link. No, that's not anywhere remotely close to where I wanted you to be. I got cat hair in my tongue from when I was kissing my kitty on her soft little head because she deserves it. And I hadn't seen her all day. Good, it put me back up here. And I'm sorry if you present me with a soft little kitty head for boops. I'm going to kiss it because it deserves it. Alright. Man, I wonder if you could die in the sand right there. That'd be great. Alright, let's go in this dungeon at last. The third dungeon. With very dramatic sand. Look how dramatic that sand is. I wonder how big this one's gonna be. The dungeons have not been that big, just a little bit complicated. I wonder what I'm gonna die to first. That's gonna be exciting to find out. The Lanayru mining facility. Alright, Fi's doesn't have anything to say about it. Alright, you just jumped on me and gave me a hug. Why did you do that? What is your secret? What is the secret of the hug? Ooh, jelly blob. You know, I've got the treasure medal on. I still don't feel like I've been getting a ton of treasure. Just saying, just throwing it out there. Please provide more treasure drops. Treasure medal. Maybe there's another one and they stack. Maybe they stack effects. I don't really need that heart. Love how when its wings are on the bomb, it makes it look like the bomb's flashing even though you hadn't picked it up. Alright, there we go. That takes care of pretty much everything in here. What do we got? Green rupee. And some definite junk. I need to bring some bombs over here. Need to kill you. The longer I go without finding out what you do, the more likely it is that I'm actually doing combat properly. I have the awful suspicion that you explode. Also, I like how there's like this giant robot idol. It's not at all creepy. Alright, I think we all know. Wow, okay. Do not let your bug go when you're about to trigger a cutscene, because otherwise it resets completely. Okay, I don't think that's gonna fade away. So I got something to talk about while we're doing this. I've been kind of like half following, half, well, honestly, just kind of half trolling because he really deserves it. A designer on Twitter who like had this absolutely insane take on the Metroid Dreads. So early in the tutorial, you're told that you may have to destroy some blocks to proceed if you're faced with the dead end. Pretty much standard Metroid fare. No one should be surprised by this, right? Anybody who's played Metroid or a Metroidvania knows that sometimes you're gonna have to break a wall. And the game will usually point out which walls you need to break. Now, I'm not going to call this guy out by name because, honestly, that's a really shit thing to do, and it's also going to play into my point later down the road, but I got to do this setup. So anyway, this particular dev was upset because he hit a dead end, and claims there were no visual cues to tell him which walls he needed to shoot, even though there's like the lighting on the wall that you're supposed to shoot is different. So it, thanks to the environment effects, but the destructible walls, the destructible blocks are basically highlighted in a very natural way. It's really cool. The room shaped like a stair. The geometry of the room points to the blocks. If you look at it by straight line, the geometry of the room points at the blocks you're supposed to shoot. There's enemies patrolling over it. There's cues. So anyway, and it's early in the game, so they're not going to make this puzzle real difficult. Well, he basically just kind of shot in a straight line, never really explored, got stuck, couldn't figure out what he was doing, and then, thought to shoot straight up. And I guess because he was live streaming this and it was embarrassing for him, he just started saying like, oh my god, this is horrible level design, and he's been like defending this take for 4 days. So I've been following him off and on. He's never engaged me, which is fine. I don't really care that much. I've been just dropping bits. Other people have been engaging me. You know how Twitter is. Well, anyway, I was checking on him today just to see if he had any more insane takes. Apparently he'd been making a YouTube video. Because he's got a YouTube channel. He's a designer. He's obviously got a lot more people on his channel. He's got a bigger audience. He's got a bigger Twitter audience because he was a well-known designer from 20 years ago. I mean, the guy's not unheard of. Ooh, sorry about that. Alright, anyway, the guy's not unheard of, right? Anyway, he made YouTube videos about Metroid. I didn't check him out. I don't really care. His take's pretty much shit. It's indefensible. Everybody knows it. He tries. He's just gonna make more videos doubling down on how he's right and everybody's wrong because, he's a designer. 20 years ago. He was a PS2 designer. Do I need to do anything with these boxes? Yeah, there's 2 wooden boxes and 1 steel box. I feel like this is a puzzle, a sliding puzzle potentially. I don't want to destroy the boxes yet. So anyway, I was checking it out. He posted a video and someone had made like a really transphobic remark on his video. Fair enough, get pissed off. Absolutely deserved. Just because you disagree with the guy, don't go after his kids who are apparently transgender. That's not cool. It's not even cool even if his kids weren't transgender. Settle your beef with the guy. Don't bring his family into it, right? So they made a really shit remark. He's upset about it. Here's where he goes wrong. Instead of addressing the comment on YouTube, he calls out a similarly named account on Twitter, an entirely different platform. And basically puts the burden, since he can't prove, he absolutely cannot prove that this Twitter account is the same as the YouTube account. But instead of just keeping his stupid mouth shut, he calls out the account anyway and says, hey, is this you? Without bothering to do any research. And now the burden of proof is on the account that's being called out. And the account that's being called out is like a rando 300 follower Twitter account. It's not a big account by any stretch. Not even close. Can I? Okay, I can't even break that box. Okay, so in that case, the metal and the wood are significant. So I look into it because like I have a real sick feeling because he's already calling out an account. The odds of it being the same account from Twitter and YouTube are extremely low. Almost non-existent. So I look it up. I'm like, hey, you know, it'd be a real cool move if you called out the account that slandered you on YouTube on fucking YouTube and not just assume that they're the same on Twitter. You know, like a sane person. And then I looked it up and like, the account's named after an Azure Lane anime waifu. Both accounts are named after the same Azure Lane anime waifu. That's the only thing they have in common. I don't know why I didn't think of this. That's the only thing they have in common, is they're named after the same character. So I sent back like, here's the character they're named after. Unless you can prove this, only one person in the entire world has named all their accounts after this character, you fucked up and you've done it spectacularly. Now, fortunately, other people also called him out quickly enough where he took it down, and it doesn't appear like there's going to be any damage actually done. That's great. But that's the danger of, you know, having your head up your ass, not bothering to do research on anything, and just assuming you know better, and, you know, almost slandering a completely, you know, an innocent Twitch account because you got slandered on YouTube. And let's be real, this seems to be a hallmark of this particular designer. He seems to act first and think about the consequences later. And that seems like that's why he got himself in trouble on Metroid. I mean, instead of recognizing, oh, hey, I didn't think of that. You know, going on a 4-day and counting, he's still doing it. He's going on a 4-day and counting tirade about how it's bad level design that you have to shoot walls in a Metroid to proceed. And then he does this shit. I mean, the dude having a shit take on Metroid, that's just kind of funny. It's kind of funny that he's that bad at the game. Especially when he's like older than I am and should know the hallmarks of Metroid. One of which being, sometimes you're gonna have to shoot the walls to make progress, right? No, you know, so that's funny. Almost sicking his 40,000 followers on a rando Twitter account that's got like 300, 400. That's fucking terrifying. That, without even doing any research, that's borderline sociopathic. That's pretty much not understanding the consequences of the power you have on social media versus a lot of other people. That's very much asshole behavior. Okay. That explodes. So anyway, that happened today. That's why I'm kind of annoyed. I was really pissed off. At least he fucking deleted it. You know, he owned his mistake for once, but holy shit. Could you imagine what would have happened if nobody had actually looked into that account? And especially as fast as it happened, and, you know, all his followers, because it was like I said, it was a pretty horrid remark. He had a right to be pissed, but for fuck's sake, if you're gonna be pissed at somebody, at least be pissed at the right person. You know, if you're gonna, I'll just say this straight up. If anybody's watching me and they've got a Twitter follower of 40, 50,000 people, and you want to send them against me, for fuck's sake, at least send them against me for something I said, goddammit. You know, kind of like the Joker and Batman. If you're gonna break your code, at least do it. At least break your code for something I actually fucking did. Alright, I need to get a bomb up there. That should not be too hard. Looks like the beetle's gonna be a pretty big item in here. I should select it. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like I said, the dude's older than I am. He's well into... He's at least 50, older than that. He should absolutely know the power of social media that he owns and how it can just completely wreck somebody's life. And he was perfectly willing to do that without even a second thought, because he assumed that a name on Twitter being close, not even the same, just close. Being close to a name that harassed him on YouTube, clearly they were the same person. Like, he wasn't even subtle about it. And the other thing is, like, he didn't do a Google search for it. Everything turns on. He didn't do a Google search for the character, clearly. Obviously. Otherwise, he would have known better. But the names are different enough between the YouTube account and the Twitter account where he could just go like, oh, hey, I just do it on this YouTube account. And that'll be the Twitter account. Because that didn't work, obviously. So he would have had to Google something similar to... You know, I bet this doesn't work because I don't have a bow and arrow, but let's try it. Oh, actually bombs. Anyway, he would have had to done a Twitter search for that particular term. And there's at least like 20 or 30 accounts close to that term. So did he just pick a fucking random one and decide, hey, that's the person? That's like a super shitty thing to do. Oh, I see what I'm gonna have to do. I just noticed. You gotta slash him across the core, although the bomb does help. Alright, good to know. There we go. Yeah, does he just like choose the first fucking one he came to? And he called him out on Twitter for something they probably got no clue what the hell he was talking about? I can't even fathom it. I can't even fathom how his mind was working in that moment. Angry. Definitely angry. I'm not saying it's not justified. But for fuck's sake, he's angry at the person who did something to you. That'd be great. I mean, being verified on Twitter is a very big deal. He has a verified Twitter account. Being verified is a very, very big deal because of how easy it is for people to imitate you. I want to say impostorate you. That's not a word. But to imitate you. It's real easy for accounts to not have to have a bunch of people just imitating them, especially large companies, and misrepresenting their wares. I mean, that's the thing. Okay. That's why it's such a big deal. You would think that somebody who was verified on Twitter would know it. Man, I have just not been talking about you know, this game at all or any of the puzzles. I mean, come on. It's not hard to treat people like decent people. It's not hard to think about what you do when you have that much social media power, right? I hope not. Anyway, so yeah, it really did annoy me, and I just needed to vent. I'm probably gonna vent about this on stream too, because this is like my story of the week. I've got screenshots of it. I'm really like, I know I would absolutely like color out the names of the accused. I just feel like it should be shared as an example of something that could have gone horribly wrong, especially since like the Twitter account apparently had just come back from a break after taking a break from mental health. That could have been incredibly bad. Okay, I gotta... Whoa, okay. that could have gone incredibly bad. Like, he doesn't know who's behind that account. He doesn't know their struggles. He's just randomly pissed at him. Right? Oh, fuck's sake, Link. Speaking of being randomly pissed at people. There we go. Now we're cooking. Drift out. There we go. Yeah, I feel like I've been ranting. Holy shit, this episode's already almost done. I've been ranting about that for like the entire episode. Oh well. Sometimes you guys just get what's on my mind that day. Wow, demos are easy. I look forward to regretting that. All that for a red rupee? Okay, alright. And the blue rupee. Alright, well, I think with that, we're gonna call it an episode here. Thank you guys for joining me. As always, I appreciate it. I like it when you let me ramble. Oh, if you enjoyed what you saw, let me know. Give me likes, leave me comments, remember to subscribe. See you guys tomorrow when we continue through here, and maybe I'll actually talk about the dungeon. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.